It says, it said, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So because Esau does that, he's going to be paid back. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhors. See, because, hey, like I'm saying, that's why you won't get help. All right? Esau would rather be friends with a thief, with a liar. Tells you that in Psalms, what is that, 50? You know, when thou sawest a thief, thou partakest with them. Esau, Esau is a thief. When you go into Obadiah, man, the first chapter, it tells you, man, that he is that thief that cometh and that he steals all things. He don't leave no crumbs. He don't leave no dust particles. He takes it all. So that's why he blessed the covetous, right? Whom the Lord abhorreth, which is why the Lord is going to judge the ones that do fall into that trap, or that do give into that, that stimulation or indulgence that he is teaching. It says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts, and we already know that he is a 144% atheist. He does not think about the Lord at all in his thoughts. In fact, when he does think about it, he thinks about ways to trying to fight him. All right, he is going to fight the Lord. Hey, you've been seeing all these UFO sightings, these chariots. All right, they're chariots. They're the vehicles of the Lord, man. And what's inside them is angels. But you know them as UFOs. There's been a lot of reports of them lately. And even at that, there's more than you can comprehend about the reports. But he has been now speaking in his political and government summits and all that he's getting ready to, he's going to find a way to combat them. All right? There was something in the, I want to say the Biden administration, no, Barack Obama said it too. He made the comment, man, like, if there is an alien invasion, we will find a way to overthrow them. So when the Lord does come into Eve's thoughts, to the wicked's mind, they're thinking about how to fight him or to kill him. Which I'm gonna tell you this, it's very common sense. You're not gonna win. There's no possible way you can beat Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. No way. You may play weak as if to seem strong to your enemy, but the Lord don't need to. The scriptures actually talk about the Lord's wisdom and the Lord's weakness being stronger than the weakness of men. It says in 1 Corinthians that the weakness and the wisdom of the Lord is still stronger than the strongest of man's wisdom and strength. So, just look at time past in history, man, when angels would come and present themselves to the holy men, man. Or look at Jacob. All right, let's use Jacob as an example. Jacob, only reason he was able to stand toe-to-toe with that angel was because he was made to do that, man. You ain't made to do that, man. You got to use technology, machinery to give you extra strength, man. That's why you make these bio suits, all right? These exoskeleton armored suits, because you can't fight, man. You ain't got no strength. So what makes you think you're gonna beat the Lord when the time comes, man? You ain't. So I'm just putting that out there. Psalms 10:4 says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. His ways are always grievous. That judgments are far above out of his sight. Like I said, man, from the very beginning of this lesson, man, ain't no judgment in this place. There is no judgment in the goings of America. Okay? Everybody gets away. And so the Lord has to step in, because who's going to step up to the plate to do it? Y'all ain't doing it. The people of the world ain't doing it. And if you do, guess what happens? You get taken out. That's why you're seeing these certain individuals, man, dying after they talk about, the poke. After talking about getting the poke and the Rona, they end up dead after talking about it. All right. So that's why it takes a stronger power, a stronger government. All right, because Yahweh and Yahweh do have a government, but it takes a more powerful one than America's to take America out. And the Most High is about to reveal it. He's about to show it. In about 1 hour too. And we're getting there, man. We're right there, man. Right now things are heating up. Things are simmering, heating up. But hey, there's something behind it. Cause like the brother said in that video he made, there's something behind it, man. Be careful, because there's something devilish behind it. There's something tricky, sneaky. All right. When has E ever done anything good without making chaos out of it? And that goes into his own order out of chaos, man. Order out of chaos. But it says in Psalms 10:5 says, his ways are always grievous, that judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's E's mentality, man. Like I've been talking about, man. He thinks he's going to be here forever. He thinks he's going to win when all adversity comes to him. That's why you had that saying, almost all men can endure against adversity, man. Abraham Lincoln, I believe, said it, or, he stole it, whatever it might have been. But Esau believes, he truly believes to his core that he's going to be able to overtake the Lord when he does come to present himself, or that he's going to be able to kill off all the elect. And he is so base, he's so unspiritual that he actually thinks killing things will make it go away. Just like how he thought that by killing Yahushua, it was going to make him go away. Yahushua resurrected, man. Yahushua still came back. And he was seen for 40 days, man. After he resurrected, after the third day, man, he came back for 40 days, and he was on the planet for 40 more days, or he was on the planet for 40 days. And then the apostles got to watch him be taken back to the heavens. So Esau is a base-natured man. And he thinks that by using violence, he's going to be able to fulfill or to take back whatever he lost or whatever he wants to do. Because he wants to do this because he wants his blessing back. All right, that's why he's doing all this. And because he hates Jacob. He hates the Lord. But it said, he had said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. We already know, man. You got agents all over the country, man. All over the planet. When you see a TV show, man, you don't think there's an agent right there sitting in that audience or listening to what's going on? Somebody in the background is controlling everything, man. Yeah, you got the cameraman, this and that, whatever, but there's always somebody in the back controlling that will ultimately come in and say, hey, cut the feed, hey, pull the plug, whatever. And Esau is out there doing that, man. He's watching because he knows too. Why do you think he has that satellite? There's a satellite in orbit that's always monitoring around the earth, because he's watching the chariots coming by, and he's trying to get ready. He's trying to get ready, man. He lays in those secret places, man. The heavens are a secret place to us, man. Hey, man, you never had the prophets trying to get into space. You never had Yahushua trying to go into space. Does he dwell up in the heavens? Yes. But that's him. His ways are higher. He is from above, we are from beneath. But it says, he lieth in wait, it says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And that's the scripture I ultimately wanted to get. It says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. Esau is waiting secretly, man. He's crouching right now, and saying that things are returning to a normal state. After all the immunizations that have been given out, things are returning back to normal. It's working. Really, it's to promote the immunization that it's working. All right. That's why they're making things seem like it's going back to normal, right? Like, after all of our exhaustive measures and precautions, we're seeing that this method is working. So let's continue giving it so y'all can go back to a normal life. But really, it's a trap. It's a lion waiting crouching. All right. The Lord always warned us about this, man. The Lord warned us that there's an individual out there playing after these characteristics or having these attributes. You go back into Esau's skill. It was that he was cunning. So that means he's skillfully deceptive, man. He was a cunning hunter of the field. So he's a skillfully deceptive hunter. And right now, man, you people are the prey. All right? You people are the prey. Let me go and get this. Hold on. Gotta position this just right. Fuck it. But let me go and get this in Sirach. Because like I said, man, this is more warning now to let you know, man, like just because you see things, hey, I mean, you can't see it around here, man. In Platteville, man, it's dead as, because the colleges is out, or the semester's over. Everybody's left. Everybody, it's actually calmed back down where I'm at, you know. But hey, hold on, let me go, because what I'm trying to talk about is, you know, things look like they're going back to normal. Things you can feel it, which I don't like it. We already know the elect don't like it. We don't like this feeling. It's eerie. It's real eerie, man. It's like something is getting ready to break, and we know it is. We know that this delusion that's been set upon the earth, this obscurity that's been covering the world, it's fixing to break. That light is fixing to break it all, man. Which that light ultimately, Yahweh Shem Shai, is going to uncover everything, and that's why it feels eerie. Like I said, man, it feels like, I don't know. I just, all I know is it feels weird. It doesn't feel like things are returning to normal. It feels rampant again though too. But it says, Sirach 12 and 10, it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Because when did the enemy ever go away in America? All right? When did the wicked ever get taken out? We've never heard of that, man. There's no history of wicked nations, or that one paramount wicked nation that was ever dealt with. Because when the scriptures talk about the wicked being taken out, man, it says that all wickedness will be taken out. And when did that ever happen? You can tell, man, when you're doing something wrong, man. Wickedness is wickedness. It's evil. It's sin. It's a transgression, a violation. But there's something behind it, man. There's a vibration behind it. You can feel that when you do something wrong. When you commit adultery, man, you know that's wrong. All right, when you commit fornication, you can feel the feeling of that being wrong. Yet you're able to do it here in America still. So again, when did the wicked or the enemy ever get taken out? We're still here we're still here in that very same time, man. It's all happening still. And so we got to understand, man, that wicked, all he's doing is crouching right now. All right, waiting as a lion. It says, never trust thine enemy, which is Esau, Edom, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humbled himself and go crouching, which is what he's doing right now. All right, you got all these I don't know what you call them, spokesmen of science and you know, medicine and all that. You got them all coming out saying, well, hey, things are looking good. You know, I think this will really make a change. Hey, man, that's them crouching. It says, though he humbled himself, saying, hey, man, it's a good thing you took that poke. It's a good thing you're taking, you know, you're listening to our guidelines, because it is working. Disobey him, see what happens. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And that shall be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. We see what Esau is, man, for face value. We know what he is. All right, it's no surprise that the devil is doing what he's doing. It's no surprise that he's going to try to play innocent or play weak or play good, you know, good guy for a little season, man. Just you wait. We have been telling you these things, man. I made a lesson about it last night. You just wait, man. There's coming a point in time where all that shit about, well, it's not going to happen. Oh, no, things are returning to normal. Hey, it's getting back to, you know, America is coming back up. You just wait. This is all a ruse, man. It's all a charade. Because when that time comes, guess what's going to happen next? That flood is going to happen of the enemy. Like I said in, what is that, Isaiah 59, I believe, 58 or 59. That when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Lord shall lift up a standard. And that's when you know, man. That's when you're going to know. That's when you're going to believe us too. But it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late because you despised and you mocked prophecy. You didn't think that this would happen. You didn't think that the one that ruled you was actually who we said he was. We've been given the blueprint and template, and we've been given the eyesight to see right through y'all people, man, and to see right through the wicked one. The wicked one, he becomes predictable at a point in time, and you acquire that ability to see through that really early when you come into the faith. Because really, what caused you to come to the faith, I mean, it could be a number of things, but one thing is you get tired of what's going on in this place. You get tired of all the bullshit that you have to deal with, and so you have to be like, well, who's causing it? It could be you, you know. But you know what? I'm not trying to, justify ourselves and what we do, but just saying, it would not be happening, man, if we were in a place built upon Yahweh Shem Yahshua, whose maker was the Lord. Just telling you that right now. This would not be going on right now. You would not be struggling. You would not be going through hard times if this place were in its right order. And it is not, man. Brick, concrete with pink paint on it. Like, man, come on. This ain't a kingdom. The Lord talks about a far better expectation and reward to the righteous, man. This is not something we're going to settle for. I'm fucking hot. Well, I mean, I'm not hot right now. I'm in shade, man. But, uncomfortability. This is Esau's place, man, because Esau's uncomfortable. He's an uncomfortable person. But it says, Sirach 12:11, it says again, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Yet take good heed, be on the watch, and beware of him. It says, verse 12, I'm gonna jump down. Verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith, because that's what's gonna happen to a lot of you people, man. You're gonna remember what was being said to you or what you saw, or when someone did, maybe someone out of the truth brought a comment of truth, and you despised it. Hey, what are you gonna do with that after that? And another thing, man, that brother brought on in the video, being perplexed. Your people are gonna be perplexed, man. You ain't gonna know what to do. That's why. That's what perplexity is. In fact, there's a scripture that talks about it. There's a scripture that I want to get. It's in Jeremiah, I know that. Actually, I think it goes into being plexed, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, perplexed. Or perplexity, I believe. Perplexity. Man, is it? Yeah. Well, one right here. Is that the one? Isaiah 22:5. For it is a day of trouble and of treading down. Well, let me go into the whole chapter. The valley of the vision, which aileth thee now. There's another one, man. Yeah, actually, you know what? Salakia. Yeah, okay, let me try. Isaiah 22:5 says, for it is a day of trouble and of treading down, and of perplexity by the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the valley of vision, breaking down the walls and the cryings to the mountains. But you had these things already happening, man. But when you look up that word perplexity, man, it goes to having doubt and basically not knowing what to do. And you people are going to be in a state of perplexity, man, because you failed to adhere. You didn't take good heed, like the scripture said. You weren't on watch. That's just perplexity. Maybe perplexed. I know there's one, man. Like, I used to read it in Jeremiah. I could try to look for it. I mean, I already got to the point. I don't want to spend too much time on it. But the point is that because you didn't want to take heed of the enemy, which was Esau, after we told you thousands of millions of times, then it's really to your own ruin, man. Because you were given time. Now, speaking to Israel, man, you were given time to know who the enemy was. And it really wasn't that hard, man. It wasn't really hard to grab what you just didn't want to accept it, man. You didn't want to, or you just weren't bold enough to stand up against the enemy, man. But that's going to be to your own demise, because the Lord is calling for men. The Lord is calling for real soldiers. And you can't do that. Yeah, I won't be able to find it. Salakia, man. So let's go back to Sirach. Sirach 12 and Sirach 12 and 12 again. It says, so set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And now at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith, which is, like I said, it's going to lead to a state of perplexion. All right, you're going to be troubled on every side because you're not going to know what to do. You didn't take the time that we had, which is really the spirit of grace, which is being put out on the whole earth, which is really for the elect. But during that time, you weren't exempt. You were there to also strive for that path. All right, but because you didn't feed yourself or root yourself down with those principles and that foundation, you're going to be rooted up quickly, man. That's why the scriptures say, man, to root thyself, man. So hey, it's on you. You're going to be pricked there with, man. You're going to feel like a real asshole, man. You're going to feel real stupid when you see an army coming at you and you have no idea what to do. Hey, again, that word, hey, to land back off that brother when he brought that word out, the word perplexed goes into being embarrassed. All right. In fact, I'll go ahead and look it up to get you everything because it's exactly the state you're going to be in, man. This truth, man. All right, the scriptures say that faith cometh by hearing, and the hearing by the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. The word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man, will direct you out of trouble. The scriptures say that in 6, yea, 7 troubles I shall deliver thee. So, hey, man, the Lord is a strong tower. So it says right here, to be perplexed means to be completely baffled, very puzzled. And when that word puzzled comes from what? The word puzzle. What is a puzzle? Like a riddle. It's basically like something you got a problem you have to solve, but it requires to be put together in a certain way. So you're very puzzled because you don't have the pieces, man. You don't have this truth. You don't have that one thing that was going to protect you, man. What does Isaiah 33:6 say? Wisdom and knowledge. All right, wisdom and knowledge is the answer. And the fear of the Lord, really. The fear of the Lord will give you wisdom and knowledge. That is the fear. That is wisdom. The fear of the Lord. All right. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom. When you fear Him, you're gonna do what He tells you to do, or you're gonna go to what He's telling you to go to because you're like, oh shit, He's gonna bring something cruel upon this world. How can I escape it? Oh, He said, yeah, da 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 da, and there you go. Voila. But it says, perplex me.